Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be doing the review for the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Class SkyTread. And I actually do really like this figure. I like that it's a dual con, kind of like the, what was it? Power of the Primes, a Road Trap and Battle Slash. Yeah, which together they make Battle Trap. So yeah, I will showcase him more later in the video. But so taking a closer look at the details of SkyTread, he's got a nice red visor, and the face is picked out in silver with some in gold highlights there, and the Decepticon logo. More gold on the forearms and the blasters. And then the treads are picked out in a nice gold, the same color that's on the rest of the figure. And you can see that there's a little bit of weathering damage, but it is the treads, and that makes the most sense. Then a little bit of paint on the back of the figure. And I really do like it, so moving the accessories and also taking a closer look at the accessories, you can see that it's a nice longer range blaster, which I think is more of the sniper, I think, for him. Or I use this as his higher damage but slower fire rate gun, and then this one is more like a pistol, and it does less damage, but it obviously has a higher fire rate. And then you can use them together to form a much larger weapon, which looks quite nice. I think of this as a sniper. You can shoot enemies from a long range. So yeah, that's the blasters. But so articulation for SkyTread is a ball joint in the head for a full 360, tilt side to side, and can look down that far and can look up that far, and then 360 in the shoulder, and can move out that far, which is quite nice, and rotation at the bicep, and that far on a single hinge, which is very nice. No wrist rotation, which makes sense. It's a deluxe class. Due to its transformation, you can't fold the hands in though. And then waist rotation, but the back of this gets in the way. And personally, I like how the wings can move, but I wish you could have hinged this up, and then there'd be a port on the bottom of this instead of here, so you can fold it up into this so it can move out of the way for the waist. But he does still have a waist rotation, and then the legs can kick forward that far, and can kick back that far if you move them past the kibble, and then can kick out that far, which is very nice. And then rotation at the thigh and 90-degree bend at the knee, and then the ankle rocker joint, and then due to transformation you can't tilt the entire foot down. So he has good articulation. I like the colors and stuff. So let's get into some size comparisons. So there will be a lot. So we have Siege Sound. So first we have Siege Soundwave. I think I'm going to try to get the upgrade kit for him, or a upgrade kit for Soundwave. So once I get that, I'll do his review. And then we have the Earthrise Cliff Jumper mold. For here, I have the Generation Selects Bug Bite. And then we have the Earthrise Airwave mold. And then Leader Class Shockwave with armor. And then Astro Train. And the Mighty Leader Megatron, and then finally the Deluxe Class Battle Trap. And so I'm going to go into more details on him. I do have a review for him, which I will link in the description, or so I'll try to. And so if you've seen reviews on SkyTread or possibly Battle Trap, you know that both of them split in two, both for transformation, and then you can swap the halves to create a bit wackier figures, which I think is funny. I think the Storm Clash one works better than the Battle Tread works better than the Sky Trap. Yeah, so these are so you can just swap them. That's really it. But so yeah, let's get on to transformation. So transformation for SkyTread obviously begins with splitting him in half, and we'll start with the legs. And then we will need this blaster for tank mode. So just putting them off to the side. What you want to do is just open up these leg panels, and then just connecting the feet and folding down the legs, which does reveal these two ports. And then next you want to fold in the thighs and waist, and then there are these two tabs. I'll peg into these two slots in the connection point. Just peg it in right there, and then collapse this, and then there you have SkyTread's legs transformed. Then all you do is just take this peg and peg it in there, and it becomes a tank for the tread part of his name, which does look quite nice. You can see where all the battle damage ends up. I think it fits there. My main concern with this part of it is the barrel. A couple hits and it just falls right off. If you see, I can push it in, and because how it is and how this part is, you can't rotate it, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to be able to just like rotate the turret while it's still, without having to unpeg it. But other than that, it's still a nice looking tank. So tank is done. Let's move on to the sky part, which is obviously a plane. So what you want to do is make sure the head is straight. Just untab the cockpit and fold it up until it clicks into place like this. And then untab the side bits of his abs, and then fold down the connection piece into the back of the plane. You see there's this pin here. They could have just made a separate piece for this entire thing to fold up into, which would get rid of that kibble, but that and that are my main concerns, my main problems with it. And then you want to rotate the biceps 180 and fold the hands in on both sides. Fold the hands in, rotate 180, and then you can just lift the arms up for clearance real quick, and then fold these pieces down. And then there are small tabs right here that I'll peg in to this slot, which is the far one. It just pegs in like that on both sides, and then you take the hands and bring them together like this. There's a tab on both arms, which will peg there, and then there are these clips on the low notches, which will connect there, and these will connect there, like that. And then you peg the arms underneath. There's the jet mode, and it does look nice. I just think it looks a little wonky because there's just this drop. but you can fill it in. And what I like to do is that there's a port right there, which I use to fill in some of the space by adding the smaller gun. And I think that makes it look a lot better. So looking in at the details, you can see the intakes have that nice gold paint on them. You can still see the Decepticon logo on the cockpit. It's got these little like laser cannons on the sides. That nice paint applications on the side of these wings and here as well. And it still looks quite nice. And then you just have all these ports at the bottom and one at the top. On this one you have the ports on the sides, and then on the feet, and obviously right there. But so yeah, I think these look quite nice. So we'll do land mode comparisons and air mode comparisons. So for the tank comparisons, for like land mode, we have the road trap. So I think these scale okay. They are both legends scaled, I think, but obviously he's a lot. This should probably be a lot bigger if it is to be in scale. And then we have the cliff jumper mold, which looks nice. And then we have the mighty Megatron, tank to tank. And obviously Megatron is a lot better. What I meant by this can't rotate is like you can't do this without untagging, which is unfortunate. But then lastly we have Astro Train in his train mode, and then I will get him transformed into his shuttle mode for the comparison with the plane. So yeah, and then for both comparisons I will do Airwave just to see. You can just put the tank on Airwave, which looks quite funny, and it does have wheels which it can roll on, but it still rolls quite nice. And then for the jet mode, we have Astro Train in his shuttle mode, which looks nice. I think that is actually not bad scale for a shuttle to a jet, but I don't know. Tell me if this is right in the comments below. And then we have Shockwave in his spacecraft mode. And then we have the giant Shockwave in his spacecraft mode. And then last but not least, once again, Airwave, which this one makes more sense to have a jet on a land strip. At least I think that's what this is. You can just take off, which is cool. So yeah. And then I think that is pretty much it. So let me get these guys back in robot mode. Well, let me get him back in robot mode, and I'll end off the video. So that is my review for the Transformers Siege Wars Cybertron Deluxe Class SkyTread. I think it is a great figure. There could be some little improvements to make it a lot better, as in the little plane kibble and the tank barrel rotation. But other than that, I think it's a great figure. The colors are nice, sculpt as well, and it holds up quite nicely. So I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out any other videos I will have in the future, and then hopefully very soon I'll have part 2 for my latest Lego build very soon. And I'm trying to get a Lego Optimus built for you guys. I just need to get pieces ordered to do that. But once I get that, I will have a Optimus ready for you guys. But like I said, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.